Good evening, everybody. Thursday night baseball. We are finally back on our traditional schedule. My voice and throat are in better spots. We'll see how that goes throughout the evening. The beer is poured. One day of games have already been played. We will head to the NL West tonight to see action between the Rockies and the first place San Francisco Giants. Currently the second best team in the league. Oh, do I still have to... I thought I changed that recently. Thanks for the heads up, though, Grumpy. I seriously thought I changed that, so making a note to check that later. I think we're ready.
Let's go while we're young.
I was just waiting on you. Christ. I aged 3 years waiting for you, you big fud.
There's something screwy around here.
Alright, enough chicanery. Do you like fancy words? Let go!
Welcome. Come in. Fresh victims for my ever-growing army of the undead.
Sir, you have to let go of the button.
Oh, son of a bitch.
It is the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas Show, Thursday Night Baseball edition. Welcome. Nice to see you all again. This is the longest that I think we've been apart as a crew for a bit. Outside, maybe since my vacation trip. That's my guess. So, hi. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming on in. Welcome. It is the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show, the home of the eMLB universe. I am Kamish LB. My friends, well, everyone calls me Kamish. My friends will call me LB. I didn't get any four-letter words today, but you know, we leave that for the wife. She earns the right. So we ask you to be kind, rewind, and in the immortal words of the overpaid censor we have around here.
Watch your language, bud. We're on the air.
That too. Speaking of... something like that. Something in my name. Anyway, speaking of, real quick. It's as quick as I want to put it. It's, hi everybody. It's nice to have you here again. Thursday night. Ready to jump into it, but before we do, just a quick courtesy note. If you're in the Discord, you heard from me yesterday. I removed a member of the community. He's kind of getting universally removed from a variety of the streamers as we share a lot of our data in regards to who's nice and who's not. So, just a courtesy reminder, we really mean it here when we tell you be kind. So when you're not, and even if you don't do it here, the walls have ears. Big Brother is watching, and in this case, yeah, most of us are Big Brother to our two fellow out of the park streamers, especially like Euchre and Kazami. We need to be better, and most of you are, 99% of you are, but there's always the one who brings it down and creates these opportunities for us to remind you that how you act does have effect. So always keep that in mind. That's a minimal issue around here, but still, we've had to show someone the door because of how inappropriate that they were. And what you do elsewhere can come back here, especially when you're a member of this community. It is conduct unbecoming as far as I'm concerned. So please be courteous. Remember that there are females as well as males present. We ask you to be respectful to anybody that you could come across in our chat rooms and stuff. Hey, you don't have to talk to people that you might have issue with, but don't bring your drama here. Don't add to drama. It will be, don't care who you are, you will be given a brief timeout warning, and if it persists further, don't shoot the messenger. That being said, admin done.
I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, 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 and I dance, dance, dance. Cat. I'm a kitty.
Do our wives know how much time we spend together? LUL half a year.
Well, we should have them check in and find out if they know how much time we spend together. My wife is nearby, so she's sort of okay with it. We'll leave it at that. But Attica, thank you very much for the tier 2 sub, which of course means a +3 to your account as you wish to use it. Again, on the boost side, of course, thank you for that. And yes, as Cito said, no drama llamas needed around here. We don't have the tolerance for it. We deal enough with that in real life. And hey, I got kids. I got plenty of that on my own already. Christ, I rolled my eyes listening to the drama that was happening at my daughter's work today. And I was like, did I sound this bad 30 years ago? Probably. She is, although... not going to put the cart before the horse, but there are additional things being looked at, so we don't know anything yet. But more tests are being done, a new blood work test is being done, and all that stuff. So we are hopeful, but we don't have any official answers. But thank you very much for asking, Denver. So and again, hoping we are going down to our vacation. If you didn't know, we're going on vacation again. Get this, I hadn't vacationed in 6 years until I went on a vacation in June. I'm going again, but this one really matters. It's the honeymoon that's 6 years overdue. So, looking forward to it. The wife and I are going to have an awful lot of fun. 1 week of no kids? Are you... Where's my hallelujah button? Hey! Hey, that's the way I want to put it. But yeah, she's, as far as we know, she's okay. Mostly overwhelmed with this. You know, she's doing school shopping today, and she's like, "This costs how much?" You know, I think if I was maybe, you know, another yard closer to the stores today, I might have been able to hear a very faint as my wife saw the total price on what school shopping was going to cost this year. Yeah, so maybe I should vacation in a bubble this time around, possibly. And Kava saying, thank you very much for all the effort you provide in making our lives more enjoyable with content. Well, we try our best. We appreciate you guys who keep coming. Unfortunately, we don't have any special credit card offers for frequent flyer mileage around here, but we hope that you enjoy your balls of yarn, your hair balls, and your sharp pointy things. We are Fluffy Kitty Ninjas after all, and you are hanging out in a litter box, because this is the litter box. But anywho, there's a sound snippet of Handel's Hallelujah Chorus on your instance. Probably a very wise decision to have them. Don't get the vid. I do not want to get the vid this time. Absolutely not. So, I see Sadir and Omaze are up to their usual. But, the heck? Something wrong with the bot? Tom won. What's up with that? I don't know what. Alrighty, gang. We have our first official regular sim of the 2026 season ahead of us, which means back to normal, back to life, back to reality. I know I did that totally on the wrong key. You know, call my agent. Anyway, so it's our first 4-day sim on Thursdays. For those who aren't overly familiar on our schedule, we're a little bit of a turtle around here, but with good intention, because it's about the content, it's about the energy you guys bring, and it's so much easier to tell a story if I know there are really fast leagues. Some leagues get done a season in a week. And I'm like, what? What do you do there? So, no, we love our pace. We love the content and energy you guys bring. And the ability to tell the stories like we do here on the FKN matters so much to us. So, if you're not familiar with our format, Tuesday nights are normally our 3-day night, which would mean we do Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's show a calendar here. We would normally do the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is what we would do on Tuesdays. Thursdays are 4 days. We've already simmed 1 day since we knew Game of the Night was here on Friday, day 2. So after the Game of the Night, we will sim 2, get to Monday. And then on Sundays, Coffee with the Commish. 7 days simmed gets us a full week. So 2 weeks of sim for every 1 real life week that goes by. Just in case you didn't know our schedule. So we mentioned games were completed. If you're not in the Discord, what's keeping you? It's not me. I showered. Can't be me. But, not sure. But if you're not in the Discord, then at least let us tell you what took place in the eMLB universe for day 1 on Thursday, starting in Comerica Park. Tigers had a bit of a slow start this year. Well, they turned it around at least for this particular day as they will defeat the Twins by a 5-2 score. Byron Buxton has been impressive for his start as a Tiger in his career. Second home run on the season for him, and last check still hitting north of 300. Yep, 324, 2 homers and 10 RBI. Not bad for a guy who's been predominantly planted in the bottom third of the lineup, more often batting ninth. He's definitely bringing some pop at the bottom of that Tiger lineup so far. Bobby Witt Jr. got his first home run, and community credit player Jack Peterson for the Twins hits his first home run of the 2026 campaign. Why is it only when I stream that I get massive itch nose and I feel like, hey, look, I'm picking my nose? Christ. Drives me nuts. I wonder if it's a psychological thing or something at this point. Who knows? Speaking of psychological, we just missed Fluffy, it looks like. Hong Kong Fooey. Unfortunately, didn't do very good against you guys. Plenty of winners there. Could be a post-COVID thing. No, I just think it's an itchy nose with too much hair and I gotta just shave the darn stuff. Who knows? Anyway, I haven't even shared it. I'm allergic to one of you. He who said it must be it, so it's Minerva. Rangers taking on the Angels. Rangers will win that one 5-3. Hans Kraus getting the victory in that one. 3-0 to start the year. Hey, guess what? Rangers are 3-6. Jamie Thurman currently petitioning to see if Kraus can pitch 162 games in a season. We'll get back to you on if he has any success there or not. But the Rangers will win 5-3. Vladimir Guerrero gets his 3rd home run as a member of the Rangers. Fukeng Zhao, man. Yeah, Fukeng Zhao. The Taiwanese player gets his 1st of the year. And Humberto Saez launches his 2nd on the season. The cough has improved. I feel the need, but you notice I'm not automatically doing it now. So that is a good sign. It's improving, but I figure the more I talk here tonight, the more likely I'm going to be coughing by the end of the day. So we will see. Mike Trout, what can you say about Trout that hasn't been said already? 7 home runs already in 10 games this year. What a phenomenal pace for the 33-year-old Trout. 34-year-old Trout, who's turning 35 later this year, already at a blistering 444 average this year. That is scary, guys. Mike Trout is absolutely en fuego. White Sox will defeat the Indians 2-0. John Duran goes to 1-0 on the year. Scatter 6 hits on the day for the Tribe. The White Sox will win 2-0. It's fine. You sneeze a lot around him. See, it is Minerva. It really is Minerva. Fishboy good at baseball. Terrible at running fantasy football leagues. Funny. Funny. The Blue Jays will defeat the Orioles 4-0. Juan Coelho. Is it too young in his career to still say it's vintage Juan Coelho? I mean, Coelho had such a tough season last year. Well, by his standards, he had a 13-16 record. His ERA was a run higher, but 2-0 so far this year for Coelho as he limits the Orioles to just 2 hits, which is pretty impressive in itself. Blue Jays win in Toronto 4-0. The Yankees win. Well, they beat the Jays 6-3. Clark Schmidt getting the victory as he defeats the Pride of Tewksbury. That's also known as Ben Spears. 2 home runs for Estevan Florial and 1 for community creative player Kenny Rodriguez. The former Yankee GM gets his first for his virtual player this year. The Royals will defeat the Athletics 6-5 in 12 innings. Devin Watts will earn his second win in relief. You had 4 hits on the day from Tony Bernazard. You also had home runs from Sean Murphy and Steve Farron. Farron with 21 home runs last year for the Athletics is in a bit of a bench role this year right now. His first on the new year for the A's. Dodgers and the Cubs. Well, it was Slugfest Central. It went 13 and the game is over 8-7 for the Dodgers, defeating the Cubs in that one. 5 home runs on the day for the Dodgers. 2 for Cody Bellinger. Timo Hernandez, Rod Metzler, Juan Corcoran go deep on that one. Jackie Roberts, 7 home runs already this season for Jackie Roberts. That ties Mike Trout. The Reds will win 7-1 against the Brewers. Lance McCullers Jr. gets his second win on the season. Edgar Barrios launches his second career as a Red. The Reds win pretty comfortably, 7-1 against the Brewers. Sorry, I was reading something there for a second. I thought I was reading it wrong. Never mind. You know what it is? Both the Brewers and the Reds play in a park with American in it. So all of a sudden, for some reason, I was translating that as American Family Fieldhouse, and I kept looking at Great American Ballpark, and I was like, huh? That's exactly how I did it. Huh? Never mind. Pay no attention. Kamish actually needs to drink. The more I drink, the more accurate and more fluid my voice will get. I think. Maybe. We'll see. Miami Marlins will defeat the Mets 2-1. Jake Willis earning his second win on the year as he upstages the Mad Bump. Coming back to Miami, Madison Bumgarner takes his first loss on the year in a very good pitching affair. 2-1 victory for the Marlins as they beat the Mets. Riley, check yourself at the door as he shuts him down for his second save on the new year. Final game on the schedule will also be the game of the night tonight. The Giants go to 8-3 to start their season as they will defeat the Rockies by a 9-2 score. Ethan Candela gets to the 3-win mark for the knuckleballer. Looking pretty good. It might look even scarier when we watch the Giants here momentarily. Jandy Ronson scheduled to be the pitcher for the Giants tonight. Injuries, I don't believe there were any. Louis Ramos had knee inflammation. He's day-to-day for 5 days. I was wondering if I was going to yawn, and there it is. There it is. We have no major signings. Well, does signing Jake DeGrom to a minor league contract with a $50,000 signing bonus count as a major signing? Probably not. But very interesting. Anyway, and DeGrom had once been re-rated if memory serves. Oh, before I forgot, I see the +3 for Rob. There we go. Just so I don't miss it. All right, tonight's games of the night, or the schedule around the league before we get to the game of the night. We'll start with the Orioles taking on the Jays this evening. Brett Martin to the hill. He was pretty good in his first outing. Tries to go for win number 2, as does Casey Mize for the Jays. 7:07 start in Toronto at the Rogers Center. The Rays will take on the Red Sox. Jonathan Guerrero will do battle against Matthew Thompson. Thompson looked pretty good in his major league debut. 6 scoreless innings, 7 strikeouts for him. We'll see if he can hold the fort against the Rays, who come into Boston. Red Sox 0-5 at Fenway Park. Don't remember the last time that they would have lost 5 straight to start a season at home. Oh my God. Sorry. Very much apologies. Ground and pound and come to the end of the day, and I'm so jacked and excited for this, and you're like, no. Seriously, I'm not. The Tigers will take on the Indians today. That's the downside of getting old. That's what it is. It's past my bedtime. Gave you a terrible visual there, didn't I? The sidearm slinger Nick Sandlin to the hill against the Tigers, and this one Griffin Canning will do battle. This one is at Progressive Field tonight at 7:30. Cardinals, Yankees at Yankees Stadium. Johnny Lasagna gets ready to take on Jared Jones. Loizaga 0-0. Jones 0-0. Both teams 4-5 and 1-2 respectively, whether they were on the road or at home. Angels will take on the Royals tonight. The Royals have won their first 3 games at Kauffman Stadium this year. They're trying to go for 4 in a row. Shohei Ohtani, showtime in the KC this evening against Nasty Nate himself, Nate Eovaldi. What did I just miss? Schwarber just hit a homer to CF that almost cleared the giant wall in Philly. Funny. The White Sox will take on the Twins. Chris Sale. Sale day back in Minnesota as the now returned to the White Sox. Chris Sale 1-0 on the year. Daniel Procopio will do battle against him, 0-1 with a 10 ERA. Astros against the Athletics. Max Kranick on the hill against Forrest Whitley, both with no decisions thus far this year. The Athletics 3-7. The Astros are 5-5. Lucas Gordon, I believe, is making his eMLB debut. He is the 24-year-old left-hander. Will join the Rangers today and take on the Mariners in Seattle. It'll be Alejandro Rosario, who we touted highly as a top Kansas City prospect and the ace of that franchise, traded to Seattle and not looking very ace-like to start off. Sorry, I'm taking my shoes off here. 0-1 with a 17.05 ERA so far for Rosario. If it stinks, remember you're in a litter box. It's not because I took my shoes off. Pirates 9-0 to start this season. We're going to see if they go 10-0 during tonight's game of the night. Well, theirs is a game of the day, so we will check in on that. That should be a completed game by the time we get there. Bill Sullivan. Sullivan going to make, I think, his first start on the year. Yeah. Sullivan makes his first start on the new season. I believe he was coming back from injury, if memory serves right. Austin Franklin will battle him for the Pirates. Again, Pirates are looking to go 10-0 to start the 2026 campaign. Mets taking on the Marlins today. Gianfran Escalona is going to take the ball for the Mets in Miami. Denny Reyes will oppose him. 5:35 start from Miami. Oh, I'm missing... in. Hold on, I'm almost ready. There we go, gang. Alrighty, we just did Mets, Marlins, so that means Brewers and Reds doing battle again. Christian Scott, start number 2 of his eMLB career. Number 1 was pretty good, 1-0 with a 3.6 ERA. Hello. The Denver, I was like, who the heck activated the boost? I couldn't tell. But it's Denver. Congrats, sir. I got it down. Congrats. It was a laser. So Walker Buehler will do battle against Christian Scott for the Brewers and the Reds in that one. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, you have the Padres ready to take on the Braves. Mackenzie Gore to the hill. Joe Musgrove will oppose him for the Braves. He's 0-1 on the year. If any of you are listening to Aiden tonight call the game for, was it Bradenton? Let me know how it's going or how he sounds. Of course, I'm going at the same time he is, so I'm hoping he has a wonderful time tonight. Phillies will take on the Nationals. 1.0 left-hander Chris Jones, his 2.0 self, still looking for win number 1 this season. 10-6 last year for the guy who not considered highly rated, but smoke and mirrors himself into the victory column. He's got Jake Irvin and the world champion Nationals to contend with in DC. Irvin 1-1 so far this season. The Diamondbacks will take on the Dodgers. Juan DePaula against Freddie Peralta. Peralta with a 10 ERA, but still got the W in that one. That game will be taking place alongside with tonight's game of the night. That one's in Chavez Ravine, which leads us to the game behind my big old head, Rockies and the Giants. All right, I will remove myself. Maybe. There we go. All right. Michael, are you, well, Mike Tomeo, the Colorado Rockies GM. Are you here, sir? If you are, please send a whisper. There he is. The twerkiest bacon. Send a whisper and let me know if you're still good with your lineups that you had discussed. There's my cheat sheet. Anderson, Smith, Suzuki, Welker. Nope, that's not right. Horner. Well, it's trying to give Horner the day off. See, that's why I ask you for that information. Fields, Cavaco, Misner, Welker, Irigoyen, and Antonio Senzatella. Okay, go ahead, Mike, send me a Twitch whisper, and we're going to start communicating in there. Meanwhile, while you're getting set for that, let's look at the bullpen so people can factor bullpens into tonight's betting process. Starting with JT Chagua. Chagua, 3 innings of work, back on the 14th. Remember, that is 3 days ago. Today's the 17th. He went 2 hits, 2 earned runs. Both were solo home runs. He struck out 2 in that one. Should be available if the right-hander is needed tonight. Ryan Feltner. Feltner, 2 innings of work yesterday in the 9-2 loss against the Giants. So far, 7 2/3 innings of work for Feltner that he hasn't given up an earned run, which is pretty respectable considering that some of that time has been spent at Coors Field. Brett Kennedy. Kennedy's been a busy boy of late. In his last 4 days, he has pitched 5 innings of work, almost 5 innings of work, I should say, giving up 7 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts during that. Hasn't been pretty. He's probably going to need a breather since he's done back-to-back outings the last 2 nights. We'll see if Kennedy does get called upon. The lefty, Brian Langen's also been a busy guy. Each outing he's just done, inning and a third. This last one against the Giants yesterday, 2 hits. Nothing else further from there. Not a bad start to the year. 1 earned run in 9 1/3 innings for the left-hander. to your TIE Fighters. Get yourselves ready. The Imperial Klaxons have just gone off, and Nershabanko, thank you very much for bringing in your raid party. Welcome to all of you that are just hearing a voice and like, who are we talking to? Thank you, Nersha. Appreciate that. This is the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show, the home of the eMLB universe, and we are just getting ready. We're previewing tonight's game of the night. People are looking at the bullpen situation before they embrace their inner Pete Rose and make a bet on this game to win some balls of yarn. Gunnar Mayer, the 25-year-old from Concord, California, pretty hard throwing right-hander, giving up 5 earned runs and a couple home runs here in his first 6 1/3 innings this year. He last pitched back on the 15th a couple days ago. Should be pretty rested, expecting the right-hander to be called upon tonight. Alex Reyes. Fall from grace continues for Reyes, the former starter, now in the bullpen, and it hasn't been the greatest of transitions, although he might have found it. He has pitched back-to-back nights, 2 innings, just 2 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts in his last 2 appearances. Probably going to need a breather tonight. We'll see if A-Ray gets called upon. Carlos Zuniaga from Venezuela. The 28-year-old did pitch back-to-back nights a couple nights ago. 45 pitches through that span, and they have not been pretty. His last 4 appearances, he has given up runs or multiple runs in those games. And finally, Li Zhuthien, the 27-year-old from Taiwan. 2 appearances so far for him. He faced the Dodgers back on the 11th, so he's almost not pitched in a full week. 3 hits, 3 earned runs. He gave up 2 home runs, blowing the save there. They have a lot of faith in him, but it is a big transition coming over from having come over from Taiwan. He was 3-4 last season with the Rockies, and now with the departure of Andrew James and putting him in a save situation, might not be the right role for him, but we will see. Expect he is available tonight if needed. That's the Rockies situation. Double checking on Mike, saying if he needs anything. Yes, that thing is on just fine. Thank you, Twerk. San Fran is good to go, they say. Well, we will still look at the pen and make sure we got the right lineup. Nixon, King, Kane. King, for reference, is at 76%. Bichette has been put on the sidelines, so hold on a sec. Nixon at short. Trying to put Jean Carini in there. Matt Toke is not scheduled to play tonight. Thomas is batting here. Right fielder will be Jairo Pomares as Baeko Kang gets the evening off. I think that's the only other switch. Shamar Tennessee playing in at DH tonight. Bart, Thomas, and Stott with Jandy Ronson. Oh, boss battle. Got to jump on in on that. All right. Looking at the pen really quick. Looking a little healthier pen-wise here in San Fran. Austin Adams last pitched a couple nights ago. 2 hits, 1 walk allowed. 34-year-old former closer with the Washington Nationals. Had 28 saves last season for the Giants as well. Phooey. Literally. Hong Kong Phooey. Justin Anderson. Last pitching back on the 15th in the 6-1 loss against the Diamondbacks. 3 earned runs allowed in just 1 inning of work so far. But at least the last appearance is heading him in the right direction. Logan Harasta. Harasta last pitch inning also on the 14th in a 4-2 loss. Inning of work, 1 strikeout for him. 3 2/3 of work so far this year for him. Sean Gell, the former starter, now a gone reliever, has been a very busy man here over the last 5 days as he has pitched almost 6 innings of work in his last 5 days. He's given up just 2 earned runs in 8 1/3. Gell with that pretty nice knuckle curve, probably going to get the evening off here. Zach Houston hasn't had a problem so far. Inning and 2/3 scoreless, has had 3 hits allowed thus far, so he'd like to improve on the whip. Came over from Detroit. Didn't play in any of 2025 anywhere. What's this about a GoFundMe account? Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. Never mind. Wyatt Mills. Mills, 6 earned runs, 4 of them in his last appearance against the Diamondbacks back on the 15th. 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 4 earned runs. Was not pretty. Mills is generally a very reliable right-hander. Keeps that ball down. We'll see if that was just a blip in the radar. I see, Harris, you got your $3 million. Congrats. Grant Townsend. Townsend did go 2 innings yesterday. 2 strikeouts. Pretty clean 2 innings against the Rockies. Gotta think Townsend could be used if necessary tonight. And finally, RJ Frere. Frere with 4 saves in 4 1/3 innings of work so far. His last 3 appearances have all been saves to this point. The Canadian right-hander currently acting as the closer for the Giants. There's your bullpen situation. Here is your projected, yeah, that too, projected starting lineups for tonight's game. Here's your chance to bet on this game. If you can hear my voice, well, first off, welcome. Thank you for being here. But if you can hear my voice, here's what you do. In the chat, you write down which team you think's gonna win, and you put a number down. That number is how many runs you think the winning team will score. Not how many total runs in the game, not how many runs that the team will win by. Grumpy old Brian. Hi, buddy. It's how many runs the winning team will score. Here's how the bets work. If you put a bet in between now and the end of the first inning, and you are right at the end of the day, you are going to win 75 balls of yarn. You can put a bet in the second inning, and if you're right, that's good. But you can only win 50 balls of yarn for a second inning bet. Your last chance to vote tonight will be in the 3rd inning. By the out of the third inning, you put a bet in, then it will be 25 balls of yarn you can win. But please note, anytime you bet, if you pick the wrong side, it will set you back 25 balls of yarn. That number can't hurt you. It can only help you. If you nail the number, even if you pick the wrong team, you nail the number, you're going to be an instant winner. You get 50 bonus balls of yarn. So even picking the wrong team and losing that 25 we mentioned, you earn 50, so you are a winner. What are balls of yarn, you ask? They are the currency of the Fluffy Kitty Ninjas show. They are the lifeblood of the eMLB universe. Players like Jandy Ronson, who will be watching tonight. That is a community-created player, as is Michael Sean K. Sorry, I just can't help it. That's the way I got to do MSK. Let us tell your story by joining the eMLB universe. For more information, join us in our Discord. If I can type. And learn about how community-created players are entered into the upcoming draft at the All-Star break this season. Tonight's eMLB Game of the Night, powered by the Out of the Park Baseball 23 engine. For almost it's got to be 2 decades now, I'm pretty sure. But for almost 2 decades, eMLB has had 4 different universes inside Out of the Park based engines, including our original 1.0 universe, where many names will start to come from, like Walker Smith, the Horn Dog Jim Horner, as examples of players from our past that are reliving their dreams here in 2.0. Tonight, the commish is fueled by Sam Adams. It's wicked hazy. It's wicked piss, I tell ya. Wicked hazy, the juicy New England IPA. Good, smooth IPA beer, 6.8% alcohol content. And I haven't had a beer all week, so I figured I would get a good one. Sam Adams, always a good decision. Except when they don't sponsor me. And of course, you're watching this live on the Fluffy Kitty Ninja Show. But you could also be watching this on YouTube, where we have podcasts exclusive. Hit that link. Go to our eMLB Baseball universe on YouTube and hit the subscribe button. Don't cost you a dime. Tonight's starting lineup for the Colorado Rockies. They come into this one top 3 in most offensive stats, bottom 3 in most pitching stats. Are you surprised? No. Jordan Anderson will lead off in center field. He was 2 for 4 with a double in yesterday's game against the Giants. He has some good success against Ronson so far, 3 for 7. Speaking of, who said lefties fear Ronson? Walker Smith is 5 for 6 in his career against Jandy. The 2025 National League batting champion. Didn't even get Rookie of the Year, but he won the batting crown. 25-year-old from Buffalo Grove, Illinois, will bat second in right field. Seiya Suzuki, the one-time $86 million man. The 31-year-old from Tokyo, Japan, is a 2-time batting champion here in the National League. He is a possible free agent after this year, if he opts out. Keep your eyes on it. Does Colorado want him to opt out? If he doesn't, he's around for 4 more years with a team option after that. Suzuki is your DH tonight, batting third. The Horn Dog, 27-year-old Jim Horner from Brooklyn, New York, had a career-high 31 homers and 93 RBI last year. Off to a pretty stellar start this season, and does not fear the teenage phenom Ronson. He's 2 for 6 with a home run against Ronson. Horner is your catcher tonight, batting fourth. Brandon Fields will make his 3rd career start in the majors tonight. He's a 25-year-old from Orlando, Florida. Just 1 for 9 in his career with an RBI. Fields will bat 5th and over at first base tonight. Keone Cavaco, another rookie, 24-year-old from Chula Vista, California. He was a 2nd-round draft pick back in 2019 from Eastlake High School. Cavaco is your 3rd baseman, batting 6th. Cameron Misner has been on a tear of late. He's getting in the right direction. He'll come into this one batting 7th in left field. Colton Welker is at second base. Welker, 17-game hit streak, 19-game on-base streak, hitting .400 to start the year. He is yet to get a hit off of Ronson. Tonight would get him to number 18 on the hit streak. Finally, Carlos Irigoyen, the 2nd-year rookie from Venezuela, had his first career home run back on April 12th against the Dodgers. Blake Snell, more specifically. Irigoyen is your shortstop, batting 9th tonight. On the hill, the 10-year veteran, all with the Rockies, Antonio Senzatella, 0-1 with a 5.4 ERA this season. 2 years left on his deal, but he's got a player option after this year. It's pretty team-friendly at $18 million. It's It's really a question mark whether or not Senzatella wants to endure the challenges of pitching in Coors Field for one more season or not. For the Giants, leading off, Aaron Nixon. Nixon had his first home run of the season yesterday. Now, with a 6-game hit streak coming into this one, Nixon leading off over at short. Dan King stole 22 out of 24 bases last season for the Giants. Comes into this one hitting .340. He'll be batting second in center field. Michael Sean Kane, Tenafly, New Jersey, .350 average to start the year, but a little bit of trouble against Senzatella in his career. 2 for 11 thus far. Kane over at first base, batting third. Bo Bichette is the cleanup hitter, batting or over at second in this one. Just a 143 clip. Slow start for Bichette this season. Jairo Pomares, the second-year veteran from Cuba, will be in right field, batting fifth. Shamar, Tennessee, the big man, is your DH. He does have a modest 3-game hit streak. Now 4 for 20 on the season for Tennessee. Joey Bart, the captain, the 29-year-old from Buford, Georgia, had a career-low 170 average last season in 365 at-bats. Don't tell Bart that he can't hit anymore. He's off to a great start. He has moderate success against Antonio Senzatella, including 2 home runs. Isaiah Thomas, the rookie from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, just 3 career starts for him so far. 3 for 10 with 2 home runs and 3 RBI. Thomas, former 6th-round draft pick in 2023 from Vanderbilt University. Finally, Bryson Stott, 0 for 5 so far on the year. Did sign a 2-year, $8 million extension for 27 and 28. Lots of experience against Senzatella. He's hitting .341 with a home run and 41 at-bats against Sens. On the hill tonight, Jandy Ronson from Portland, Oregon, the 19-year-old amazing left-hander. 2-0 with a 2.02 ERA. His last start against the Padres, back on the 12, 6 2/3 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs. He walked 2, struck out a mere 4 batters in that one. Ronson, the lefty, will be on the hill tonight at Oracle Park. Wind is blowing right to left at 12 miles an hour. Clear skies here in San Francisco. Continue to put your bets in as you go. I come back live, and let's get you to tonight's action from Oracle Park. Welcome, everybody. It is eMLB After Dark, game of the night here, Thursday night edition, as we finally settle into the 2026 regular season. Let's look at your defensive alignment for this evening for the Giants. If my button will work properly. For the Giants, in left field, Isaiah Thomas. Dan King is your center fielder. Jairo Pomares will be out in right field. Bryson Stott will be your third baseman. Aaron Nixon patrolling over at short. Bo Bichette is your second baseman. And Michael Sean King is over at first. Joey Bart behind the plate tonight. You see the eMLB logo just off to the side, which shows you that Joey Bart's catcher arm rating is 15. And again, for reference, everything in eMLB is rated on a scale of 1 to 20. On the hill tonight, the kid simply known as the Little Unit. It is the 6'9", 215-pound teenager, the left-hander, Jandy Ronson. Ronson, third appearance on the year, 2-0 with a 2.02 ERA. 13 1/3 innings of work. He's given up 12 hits, 3 earned runs, no homers to this point. He has walked 3 and struck out 12. Opponents can expect a fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, and a sinker. He throws upper 90s, and he can keep the ball down pretty regularly. The 19-year-old has a better beard than you. He is the #1 overall draft pick last season out of Oregon. The Duck. The Duck, I tell you.
Watch your language, bud. We're on the air.
That's the other word that rhymes with duck. eMLB, the only place where you can be a 10, and that's just average. Oh, Tim. Oh, Tim. No, Cluck. Anyway, Ronson's ready to go. And with that, let's get the game of the night underway. Jordan Anderson, the 27-year-old from Madison, Alabama, will start us off here. Anderson, up to a 300 average with no home runs and 4 runs batted in. For those who are just joining us first time, here's what you're seeing. It's a traditional online league that you are watching, but these are national broadcast games that you are currently witnessing. It is live managed. I'm just the commish. I don't do anything but press buttons and tell the story. My job is to entertain you, not to make the decisions of who does what in this game. We leave that to our 30 GMs that are currently running the universe and our community creative players when it's their turn to make their decisions. In this one tonight, Colorado, you'll see a guy in the chat named Twerky Bacon. I hope you don't mind Bacon twerking at you. That's just Mike Tamayo. Mike Tamayo is our Colorado Rockies GM and manager for this one. And Sean Paxler, Mike Kilkenny, he is your San Francisco manager and GM in this game. Rockies come into this one having lost 3. The Giants come into this one 8-3 on the year and second best record in the league overall, behind the 9-0 Pittsburgh Pirates. Bacon has earned the right to do what it wants. Yes, very true. All right, so what you're going to watch. When no one's on base, we'll go right to the result. But the main game is being fully managed by the managers here, with the exception of one pitch mode. The only time we go pitch by pitch is when runners are on base, so the story can be better told. With that, game is ready to go. Instructions are in. Time for the cheers. Beer in hand. eMLB game of the night underway. Thanks for being here. Cheers, everyone. Full count pitch coming from Ronson in a moment. Yard goats and warning track power for the win. Big swing and a miss at the sinker, and he will go down. First strikeout of the night for the big unit, the little unit, 6'9", Jandy Ronson. One out here in the top of the first, and here comes the rookie who won the National League batting crown last season. That is Walker Smith. Smith, now 25 years old, from Buffalo Grove, Illinois. 244 average this season with 3 home runs and 6 runs batted in. He is a blistering 5 for 6 against the teenager Ronson to this point. What? All right, hold on. Anyway, I was so confused. Anyway, the 1-2 pitch to Smith. Got him, called strike 3 on the outer half. Bart might have helped on that call, but it's strike 3. Gotta think where that fastball is located on eMLB Sportsnet K-Zone. Yeah, Joey Bart got one framed. Ronson earns the strikeout. Second strikeout on the day for Ronson. 2 outs now. And here comes Seiya Suzuki. The 31-year-old from Tokyo, Japan, 4 seasons in the majors here since coming over from the Nippon Baseball Leagues, and he won in his first 2 seasons the National League batting title. Tonight, Suzuki comes in hitting .317 with a home run and 4 runs batted in. First pitch, look out, that one came in too far and it got him. Thankfully, it was only an 83-mile-an-hour changeup, but still it doesn't feel good. Suzuki will get on board by way of the wild pitch that hits him. He's aboard, and with a runner at first, here comes the man known as the Horn Dog, Jim Horner. Horner, the 27-year-old from Brooklyn, New York, .353 average on the year, 1 homer and 5 runs batted in. And he hit 31 home runs last season. Turkey Bacon said, charge the mound. Trying to get Ronson suspended. This is why you guys don't get the choice. We're on to you. First pitch is going to miss low with the sinker. Ball 1. 4 more for Fluffy. Sounds like jumping on the boss battle, Kamish. Almost got Fluffy ready to join us. Maybe Fluffy's out. Don't stop there. The more the merrier. The 1-0 pitch lined into left field. Horner's got the base hit. This one's going to head to the wall. Suzuki takes the corner. He will go to the stop at the stop sign at third. And Jim Horner will get a 2-out double. Yay, Fluffy the 3-headed dog came out and played. Huzzah. Good kitty. Horner gets the 2-out double. It's his 4th double on the year. Back-to-back 23 double seasons for him prior. That gets runners at second and third now. And here comes a big opportunity for the youngster Brandon Fields. The Rule 5 draft pick from the Chicago Cubs this year will get his chance. Fields just 1 for 9 in his career. He's making his 3rd career start. He's a 25-year-old from Orlando, Florida. Just for clarification, and this is more just to make sure that Mike, Turkey Bacon, knows what he can do here. This is pitch by pitch right now, Mike. You have until 5. Once I basically introduce the player, you have until 5 before I hit buttons so I can keep things fluid. This is where you kind of strategize ahead of time and tell me whether to take a pitch. If you're swinging away, bunt, you get the idea. First pitch to Fields. Oh, he was aggressive there, and that one was out of the zone. Strike 1. Fields deciding he wanted to see what golf felt like.
Honored if you would join us.
Breakdown 224. Thank you for the unexpected heart attack. I am okay, but we appreciate you hitting the follow button. Welcome to Fluffy Kitty Ninjas, as I was like, ugh. Oh, Vader got me good. The 0-1 pitch. Swings and fouls that one to the backstop just past Joey Bart. Count is no balls and 2 strikes here to Fields. Get the paddles. Yes. No ball, 2-strike pitch from Ronson. Swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, Brandon Fields.
Emotional damage.
3 strikeouts on the top of the first for Jandy Ronson. You know what that means. Half an inning in baseball and Godzilla mode already in effect. Jandy Ronson, 3 strikeouts. Half an inning done. Bottom of the first coming up. No score here on the eMLB Game of the Night. Bottom of the first here at Oracle Park between the Rockies and the Giants. Let's look at the defensive lineups coming up. Johnson will be telling his teammates to leave their gloves on the bench. No, not a good idea. Defensive lineup for the Rockies has Cameron Misner in left field this evening. Jordan Anderson is your center fielder, and Walker Smith will be in right. Keone Cavaco is over at third base. Carlos Irigoyen is your shortstop. Colton Welker is over at second, and Brandon Fields will be at first. Jim Horner is behind the dish tonight. That's an AM rating of 9 indeed. And then on the hill tonight, the 31-year-old, 10 seasons all with the Rockies from Valencia, Venezuela. It's Antonio Senzatella. Senz, third appearance on the year for him. 0-1 with a 5.4 ERA. 10 innings of work. He's given up 8 hits, 6 earned runs. 2 have been homers. He's walked 4, struck out 10 to this point. The ground ball specialist throws mid-90s with a traditional 4-pitch arsenal: the fastball, the slider, the changeup, and the curveball. 10-year veteran, was an international free agent with the Rockies back in 2011. Had signed in 22 a 4-year contract extension to stay with the Rockies. He has a player option at the end of this year, so it will be Senzatella deciding his 2027 fate to this point. He's ready to go. Let's get the first Giants in there. We'll start it off with Aaron Nixon. Nixon now with a 6-game hit streak. The 24-year-old from Mission, Texas. Got his first home run of the year yesterday, up to a .382 average with a home run in 6 runs batted in. Thank you, Sadir. Sadir, the ever reliable with the clips, so that we can start to provide some features. Because coming soon, once I have all of my ducks in a row, we're going to start having some YouTube shorts on our YouTube channel for you to see key parts of games if you're not looking to watch the whole game, because these are available on VOD on YouTube later. If I could get the game to advance. There we go, because I wasn't on the right screen. It'll be a 2-2 pitch to Nixon from Senzatella. Slaps it right back up the middle, and that gets past the outstretched glove of Senzatella. Nixon will get the base hit on the 2-2 pitch. He's aboard. No stolen bases yet for him this year. He had as many as 27 back in 2024. Runner aboard. And Mike, just so you know, by default, hold first. When a runner's at first, there's always a hold decision made too by the defense. Yep, don't forget, place your bet so you can still get the maximum winnings tonight if you're right. 75 balls of yarn, which go into your kitty. Dan King comes to the plate. King, the 27-year-old from Susanville, California, 340 on the season now with no homers and 2 RBI. How do you lock in a bet? In this instance, you just say in chat who you think's going to win, and the number you put is how many runs you think the winning team scores to win. So if you think San Francisco 6, SF 6. Again, Mike, you don't have to say hold runner. The runner's being held automatically. You can see the visual here. The defense is automatically choosing that. There you go. Good luck, Lud. All right, we are off. First pitch coming is going to be swung on as the runner was going. Looked like a hit and run opportunity that is hit foul. No balls, 1 strike. I don't know if I will say the name right. Is it Askry? Askry? Thank you for joining in. That's your first hello you've said to us. Welcome to the litter box, and thank you for betting. good luck to you. Again, for those of you who don't know why you're betting, you're trying to win balls of yarn, which are the currency of the eMLB universe. For those who have an interest in having a virtual player in this universe, that is your way to build your player, improve your player, and tell your story by buying winning balls of yarn and trading them in for boost to your player. All right, no balls, 1 strike. Fields over at first, trying to keep Nixon nearby. Senzatella checks the runner, delivers. It's an 0-1 pitch that stays outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Did not miss by much. CCPs, the coolest of so many cool things about the eMLB. For those who don't know what CCP is, short for Community Created Player. The 1-1 checks the swing. They peel down to third and they say no swing for King. 2 balls and 1 strike. Just underway here at Oracle Park with tonight's eMLB game of the night. Thank you for your attendance. Nice to have you here as we get back to our traditional Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday schedule. So our next game, Coffee with the Commish, Sunday morning, 10 o'clock Eastern time here on Fluffy Kitty Ninjas. The 2-1, the pitch is just outside with the slider. 3 balls and 1 strike. Nixon, a lot of energy over there at first. Might be distracting Senzatella just enough. Okay, just for clarification, let me do this first. The 3-1 pitch, Senzatella checks on Nixon. He'll get back in there. Just for clarification, these are all your options that you can do up here, Mike. You pitch to contact, you can pitch around, pitch to batter, throw to first, pitch out. You can do the Cody Koshin. You can also visit the mound. Well, yes, it also stands for cartoonish commish personality, but you know that was master of the obvious. So. The 3-1 pitch is gonna miss just outside. He was pretty consistent where he was going, but he couldn't get King to bite. Nixon will get down to second on ball 4. Look at the sequence of pitches, all in about the same location. Just missing the mark, not getting the help from Horner on the frame. Nobody out. 2 on, and in steps Michael Sean Kane. It's like he belongs in the UFC, doesn't he? Kane, the 21-year-old from Tenafly, New Jersey. .350 average on the year with 5 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Ha! Funny, Tim. How do I drink my coffee? With my mouth. In a mug. Oh, you're asking what I put in my coffee? I thought this was one of those airplane moments. How do you drink your coffee? With my mouth? You know? In a mug? First pitch to Kane is going to stay inside. Pretty consistent with the location, but missing ball 1. You just have yours straight black. Nope, I like Bailey's in my... I like coffee with my Bailey's. Bailey's with my coffee. One of the two. I don't know. Hey. None of that. The 1-0 to Kane. Stays inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Kane in his 3rd season. You like your coffee with sugar? You like your sugar with coffee and cream. Okay, I had to process that one a little better there. The 2-0 pitch. Big hack at that one. He will pull it foul. 2 balls and 1 strike to Kane. Kane again, 3rd season in the majors. First 2 seasons back-to-back 29 home run seasons for the former 4th round overall pick. No, not 4th round. 1st round, 4th overall pick. Get it right, Commish. From Rutgers University. Boost? Maybe. Who's Boost? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I didn't see that, Punk, but now I do. Congrats, Punk, on your +3. Meanwhile, Ben scoots his 1 million. And Denver gets his 3 million. Everybody's hitting it up. Now enjoy waiting another 10 minutes to try to get some more. 2 balls, 1 strike to Kane. The delivery. Another swing and chops that one foul. Didn't get a good read on the slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kane. Kane hasn't had the best of success against Senzatella lifetime thus far. Just 2 for 11. Alrighty, Tim. Thank you for stopping in as always. Sounds like you're going to be missing the 7th inning stretch. That's your favorite, but maybe you'll just check the VOD later. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Climbs the ladder with an off-speed pitch and just fools him completely. He was way ahead on that one.
Fatality.
Big strikeout for Antonio Senzatella as he dodges a big bullet in the 1st. 1 out. That'll bring in Bo Bichette, who's been off to a slow start this season. The 28-year-old from Tierra Verde, Florida. 143 average to start the year with 3 home runs and 10 RBI. First pitch comes too far inside, ball 1. Give Senzatella this. He is extraordinarily consistent wherewith he's locating this pitch so far tonight, but he's just not getting anybody to bite. The 1-0 goes away this time. It's too far out. 2 balls and no strikes. Or is it? It looks pretty good to me, don't it? What do you think?
What?
2 balls, no strikes. To Bichette. The 2-0. There's a strike at the knees, 2-1. Bichette, of course, son of former Rocky Dante Bichette. Was originally drafted 2nd round back in 2016 out of Lakewood High School. The 2-1. This is low. It is 3 balls and 1 strike. The 3-1 pitch is swung on and flared foul. We're going to get our first full count tonight for Giants hitters. Three balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch. Hard swing and hits it foul out of play. Aaron Nixon's your runner at 2nd. Dan King is at 1st. 1 out here in the bottom of the 1st. The full count pitch. To right side, but foul. Are you sure it's a lightning strike, Attica? For all you know, it could be an Imperial Star Destroyer that finally found you and is trying to blow you up. The 3-2, one more time. Swings and smacks that one foul towards the right side. Count That will be 3 balls, 2 strikes, 9th pitch of the at-bat coming. Logic is sound, can't deny it. A 3-2 one more time. Lined into left field, past the diving stop attempt from Cavaco. Heading around from first is Nixon. He is going to score with the throw coming behind him. It's 1-0 Giants. 11th RBI on the season for Bo Bichette. He will get the Giants on the board. Release the Meteor. Nah, Kraken. I still like Kraken. 2 on, 1 out. Is that Frau Ferlissima saying that? And why the heck am I floaty head right now? What the hell? Why am I floaty head? I'm just like triggered that I am floating head. There we go. I've got to be sitting on the lineup. Dang it. All right. Ira Primaris, the 25-year-old from Sancti Spiritus. I'm in. No, wait, sorry. This isn't a prayer. This is where he's from. He's from Cuba, Sancti Spiritus. Primaris hitting .233 on the year with a home run and 3 runs batted in. First pitch to him is missing low and inside, ball 1. King might have been thinking on going on that play, but he retreats back to second. King, a little bit of success with stolen bases. We said earlier at the top of the show, stole 22 of 24 last season. The most he's ever been caught in a year was 3 times back in 2023. He was 16 of 19, so he's a pretty successful runner when he goes. The 1-0. That one's low and away. Runner is going to throw from Horner. Not in time. He's going to be safe. Dan King will get his second stolen base on the year. Bichette was not going on a double steal. He stays at first. Aggressive move from King there. Gets runners at first and third now with 1 out and a 2-0 count. .2-0 pitch, softly lined down the left side. This one is hooking, and it's going to find its way into the seats. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind is blowing that way, right to left this evening here at Oracle Park. It is a comfortable 61 degrees here at game time. 2-1 pitch is swung on as he goes up and away. Might have been out of the zone. Primaris went chasing. Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch. Runner is going, and that one is curved foul. Bichette was taking off for second on the pitch. The 2-2 coming. Just gets a piece on the fastball. He was a little late. Might have been looking for a breaking pitch there. Barely stays alive. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming. Senzatella already on 30 pitches here through 1/3 of an inning. Two one more time. Another swing and fouled off. Count remains 2-2. 2-2 pitch, lined hard and foul. Going deep into counts here against guys. Giants are working Senzatella pretty hard here to start this game off. The 2-2. Well, does not get the call. It is just outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming to Jairo Pomares. The 3-2. This is low, ball 4. He'll lose him. 10 pitch at bat. A lot of energy spent. And he will get to first as Bichette pushes down to second. Bases loaded. 1 out. Here comes Shamar Tennessee from Arlington, Texas. 26-year-old. 200 average so far this year. Just 4 for 20. 2 for 6 in his career against Senzatella. First pitch to Tennessee, right down the middle with the slider, strike 1. Tennessee just an 0 for 1 so far this year, and bases loaded, did strike out in that instance. Giants with 1 run, but a big threat to score here, and a lot of work done on Antonio Senzatella. The 0-1. To right field, that is going to get down for a hit. 1 run will score. Here comes the throw from Smith. 2 runs will score. King comes in. Bichette will score. It's 3-0 San Francisco. Shamar Tennessee will get his first 2 RBIs on the 26th campaign, and he extends the lead. It's 3-0. Joey Bart will be the batter. Bart, the 29-year-old from Buford, Georgia, 7th year in the majors for him, hitting .320 to start the year with a home run and 6 RBI. First pitch is going to miss low, ball 1. Already early lead here for the Giants. Still the first inning. If you put a bet in, you can get 75 balls of yarn if you think the Giants will win. To bet, write in chat who you think wins and how many runs will the winning team score. 1-0. Misses just low with the slider. 2 balls and no strikes. .20 pitch misses away, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. Gonna have a mound visit here after a 3-0 count. I'm good. Meanwhile, Coach B like,
Dirty Turkish architect, flat, Martin, Philip, Bucket, Martin, Perkaluma,
3-0 pitch. Misses away, ball 4. He is not close.
Just a bit outside.
Bases are loaded again. And here comes the 8th hitter of the inning. It's Isaiah Thomas. Thomas, the 26-year-old from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. 3 for 10 with 2 home runs and 3 RBI in his very early career. First pitch is missing inside, ball 1. Killing me, Smalls. 1-0. Holy crap, he threw a strike. The 1-1 pitch is going to miss low and outside. It is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Two, 1 pitch from Senzatelli. Goes big time after that pitch. He will foul it off and out of play. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 2-2 pitch to center field. Ranging over is Anderson. He will make the play. Here comes the play at the plate. It's going to be close. Horner's going to get in time. Excuse me, not going to get him in time. Sorry. My apologies. I mixed up who was who there. That was Kane, who I believe... No, not Kane. Bichette scored. Kane had struck out. RBI for Isaiah Thomas, his 4th RBI. It's now 4-0. Thought that was actually in time. You can't always trust what you see. Number 9 hitter, which, according to JR, means we haven't batted around yet. It's Bryson Stott. Stott, the 3rd baseman, 28-year-old from Las Vegas, Nevada, is 0 for 5 this season. First pitch is going to miss outside with a slider. Ball 1. The 1-0. To left center field. This one's pretty well struck. Ranging over, Anderson gets into position, and he will make the catch about 10 feet in front of the wall. The Giants will go and get 9 batters to the plate. They will score 4 times, but they're going to leave 3 on the bases. And that, no, wait, 2 on the bases. My apologies. Side is retired nonetheless. We'll go to the 2nd. It's 4-0 Giants. Well, is it a good idea to give Jandy Ronson 4 runs for a head start? I guess we'll find out. But Ronson, who struck out the side in his 1st inning, now with a 4-0 lead, has the 6, 7, 8 hitters due up. We'll start with Keone Cavaco. Cavaco, 24-year-old from Chula Vista, California. The rookie is hitting .312 this year with a home run and 2 RBI. Three-two pitch. It's going to lift it to center field. Not very deep. Incoming Dan King. Gets there in time. Makes the catch for the out. 1 out now for Cameron Misner. Misner, the left fielder. .279 average this year for him with 4 home runs and 12 RBI. Yeah. The 1-1 pitch. Slapped over to second. Bichette ranges to his right. Has it. Throws the cane in time for the 2nd out. 2 outs now. That'll bring Colton Welker to the plate. Welker has been hot this season. 17-game hitting streak. 19 consecutive games he's been on base. He's hitting .400 with 4 homers and 12 RBI. Again, the 17-game hit streak carries over from last season's games as well. The 2-2 pitch. Hard shot to left center field. That one's going to get down, and the weird bounce tells us it went over the wall. Ground rule double for Colton Welker. 18 games on a hit streak now for him. 20 consecutive games that he has gotten on base. He has his second double of the year now. Runner at second now with 2 outs. Carlos Irigoyen will be the batter, the number 9 hitter. The 25-year-old from Guacara, Venezuela, hitting an even 300 on the year with a home run and 5 RBI. First pitch is going to miss low for ball 1. One 1-0 delivery floated over and in for strike 1. The rare curveball that Ronson throws. 1-1 pitch gets called at the knee. Strike 2 in about the same location. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. A 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Nasty slider comes in on him and he can't get it. Jandy Ronson will earn his 4th strikeout through an inning and a 3rd. Side is retired. They'll leave a runner in scoring position. To the bottom of the 2nd we go. Giants with an early 4-0 lead. Bottom of the 2nd we go. Still chance for you to get your bets on if you haven't done so yet tonight. Antonio Senzatella had a tough first inning. He's still out there. We do see activity in the bullpen. Ryan Feltner has started warming up as a possibility of replacing Senzatella, who's already 47 pitches into his outing. Aaron Nixon starts us off like he did last inning, 1 for 1 so far tonight. 2-0 pitch. Slap to second. Oopsied. Welker doesn't play it very well. That's going to be an E4. Welker still not the best second baseman, but with a 12 rating. What's his error rating? It's 12 as well, so. Nixon's aboard by way of the E. Dan King will be the batter. King took a walk in his first appearance. First pitch is a curveball that's taken for a strike. Nixon might have been thinking of going on the play. The 0-1 pitch. Ooh, quick snap throw wasn't close as Nixon gets back in. The 0-1 pitch is missing low. 1 ball, 1 strike. One as Senzatella checks the runner. The delivery is going to catch the outside corner. Strike 2. Couldn't tell if Nixon was thinking of going or not, but he goes back to first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little bit of a generous call on that one. Must have been a sympathy call. A 1-2. Misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch is missing outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Dan King. Two pitch, runner doesn't go. It's hit into left field. Going after it, but still going to see it get into the seats is Misner. Again, that wind is pulling hard to the left here. And a lefty that hits the ball away from himself. A lot of zip. The 3-2 runners going, swung on and hits foul. A lot of high pitch counts coming today for Antonio Senzatella. He is just not locating and not finding strikeout pitches. The 3-2 runner doesn't go and another one hit hard and foul. Going to be a 9th pitch here against Dan King. Three-two, one more time. Swinging bunt in front. Horner has it, throws to second. That one's going to get there just in time, and they will get King. Welker got hurt on the collision. It's not serious as they check his back. He will be fine. They do get Nixon at second as King will get to first on the fielder's choice. Good quick action from Horner to get the lead runner. Senzatella with 1 out now. As Michael Sean Kane, he got him by strikeout back in the first. First pitch is missing low and heading off to second, and without a throw, Dan King will get his second steal of the night. Giants are exposing what is not considered a very strong arm of Jim Horner here. Second steal of the night for Dan King. Runners at second now with 1 out. The 1 out. This is low. 2 balls, no strike. Just not been any location here this evening from Senzatella. The 2-0. Hard shot to short, diving stop over at third. The throw to first is not going to be in time. Great play from Keone Cavaco, but Michael Sean Kane booked it down the line and just gets in by a half step for the infield hit. That'll put runners at first and third now. Bo Bichette comes to the dish. 1 for 1 tonight. First pitch to Bichette, misses inside with the slider. 1 ball, no strikes. One 1-0 pitch, swung on, swings right through the slider. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch goes after the fastball and another swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Ooh, just misses. That wasn't called strike 3. Are you kidding me? Wow. 2 balls, 2 strikes coming to Bo Bichette. The 2-2. Just misses again, ball 3. Talk about squeeze plays here. The 3-2 pitch to short, to second for 1, over to first, and that is what the Rockies need, a 6-4-3 double play.
Yeah, baby!
Carlos Irigoyen making a great play at short, over to Welker and over to first to retire the side. No runs score, but 2 get left. 2 innings in the books. Giants lead this one 4-0. Top of the order, we go here for the Rockies against Jandy Ronson here in the 3rd. Jordan Anderson, Walker Smith, Seiya Suzuki, due up. We'll start with Anderson, who's 0 for 1. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 97 on the gun, and he sends him down. 5th strikeout on the night for Jandy Ronson. 1 out here, top of the 3rd. Walker Smith will come to the plate. He struck out back in the 1st. The 3-2 one more time. Another called strike 3. 6 strikeouts now for Ronson. He's throwing a fair share of pitches here, though, to get there, but 6 strikeouts for Ronson through 2 2/3. And with 2 outs now, Seiya Suzuki will be the batter. Suzuki got hit by the first pitch he saw. The 1-2. Another swing and a miss. He got him. Seven strikeouts on the day, and the 2nd time this evening that Jandy Ronson has struck out the side. Godzilla mode twice there for sure. 2.5 in the books. Giants lead this one 4-0. Coming back out for a 3rd inning, Antonio Senzatella. He's got 5, 6, 7 hitters. Jairo Pomares, Shamar Tennessee, and Joey Bart coming up here. Pomares 0 for 0 as he took a walk in the 1st inning. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Went after the curveball. Oh, wrong button. Went after the curveball, and he missed it.
I cannot hit curveball. Straight ball, I hit it very much. Curveball, that's our friend.
They were that go around. That's strikeout number 2 tonight for Antonio Senzatella. We got 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Reminder, this is your last chance to put a bet in if you have not tonight. Before the 3rd out of the 3rd inning is when your bets are eligible to come in. Shamar Tennessee is your batter. He had the first 2 runs on the evening as he had a 2-run hit to right field. 1 for 1. 3-0 pitch. It's going to miss away. It is the 4th walk issued by Antonio Senzatella tonight. See Ryan Feltner starting to warm up again for the Rockies. 1 out, runner at first. Joey Bart to the plate. He also walked in his last at bat. First pitch is going to be in there. Call strike. Oh, 1 comes just low, trying to relocate again. He has been very consistent, low and inside today. A lot of pitches thrown by Antonio Senzatella to this point. getting ready to throw his 80th pitch through 2 1/3. Here comes pitch number 80, and it is grounded to short. Irigoyen to second for 1, but that is all they will get. No relay throw able to be made from Welker. They'll get the force out at second. 2 outs now. Bart is your runner at first, and Isaiah Thomas is your batter. Thomas had the sac fly to center field in his first at bat. First pitch is missing low. Ball 1. God dang it. Hold on, gang. Got confused by a Nest notification. Oh, dear Lord. It said someone was at the front door, and I was like, what? At this hour? But no, no one's there. Just registered a car across the street and said, oh, it's a person! Technically. But 1-0. Big wave and a miss at the curveball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thomas was thinking of putting that one off the Coke bottles out there in left field. Transformers? If you want. The 1-1 pitch. Missing inside in his old familiar spot. 2 balls, 1 strike. The call is coming from inside the house. 2-1 pitch. Lined into left for a base hit. No chance for Cavaco to make the play there. This is going in the corner. Mike, what do? Do you signal Joey Bart to round third base and try to score? Ball is very deep. Bart is an average runner. Cameron Misner has a great arm. What do you do? What do you do?
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Send him, he says. He is going. And, well, we don't get to see it. It's 5-0. We go to the replay. The shot into left off of Cavaco. Misner goes to get it. The throw is coming into short. They try to do the relay from short from Irigoyen, but not in time. Runner scores. Thomas gets the second on the play. 5th RBI on the season for him. It's now 5-0. And a mound visit is coming, and it looks like that is enough for Antonio Senzatella. Coach says, you, sir, are not good. Ryan Feltner will come in, the right-hander. 29-year-old from Hudson, Ohio, will be the first guy out of the bullpen in what could be a long evening for the Rockies. 5th appearance, is that correct? No, that is not correct. I think it's the 7th appearance. 6th appearance on the year for Feltner. 7 2/3 innings of work. He's given up 2 hits, no earned runs. He's walked 2, struck out 11 to this point. 29-year-old throws a mid-90s fastball, a slider, and a pretty excellent changeup in addition. 2nd year in the majors for him, former 4th-round draft pick back in 2018 from the Ohio State University in Columbus, Ohio. Feltner in. Bryson Stott will be the first to welcome him. Stott tonight is 0 for 1. First pitch is going to get the outside corner. Strike 1. Didn't think, it's about in the area Senzatella's been pitching, but he got the call. The 0-1 is going to be too far low. Ball 1 there with the fastball. Oh, I sure hope it's none of that. The 1-1. That one floats in and called. Strike 2 goes with the off-speed pitch. Gets Bryson off step. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Bryson Stott. Stott, the 28-year-old from Las Vegas, Nevada. 7 seasons in the majors. Just signed a 2-year contract extension to stay with the Giants after this year. The 1-2. Watches the changeup missing inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two, one more time. Swings and hits that one foul. Stay alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 to right field. Heading down towards the line near the wall. Making the catch in the corners. Walker Smith right nearby the wall. Flips the ball to a youngster in the crowd. Side is retired. 3 innings in the books here at Oracle Park. No more bets. Your bets are locked in. Good luck to you. We still got 6 innings to go to the 4th. We now go. Giants extend the lead. It's 5-0. Top of the 4th we go. Jendy Ronson back on the mound. 7 strikeouts to this point for the lefty. Jim Horner, Brandon Fields, and Keone Cavaco are scheduled up. Horner 1 for 1 with the double. The 2-1 pitch. Look out. That one came too far inside and it got him. Horner will be the second batter hit today by Ronson. Gets aboard as the leadoff runner here in the 4th. Brandon Fields will be the batter. Fields is 0 for 1. First pitch, grounds it to short. Nixon to second for 1. Bichette to first. It's quickly erased. 6-4-3 double play.
Yeah, baby.
Nixon with an easy transfer over to Bichette. Bichette with plenty of time to get to MSK. And that is 2 outs now, top of the 4th. Keone Cavaco will be the batter. Cavaco 0 for 1. 3-2 pitch. Checks the swing. Called. Strike 3. You are gone, sir. 8 strikeouts now on the day as Godzilla mode continues for Jandy Ronson. Side retired. Bottom of the 4th we go. 5-0. 5-0 Giants. Almost said Rockies. Whoops. Okay. Only because we've had to do a reliever already. A reminder to my GMs, or more specifically to Colorado at the moment, that when you are the batters, let me know if you're staying with the same pitcher for the inning. I assume in this case you are, but let me know so I know right to jump into action versus checking and making sure you're not making a change you didn't communicate. Top of the order, we go for the 3rd time in 4 innings. Aaron Nixon, Dan King, Michael Sean Kane due up. Nixon, 1 for 2. 1-0 pitch. Soft liner to short. Diving stop over there by Carlos Irigoyen, and he makes the beautiful play to rob Aaron Nixon. I think that was pretty sexy. Nice play, Carlos Irigoyen, as he robs Aaron Nixon of a hit. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Dan King. King will now be the batter. King is 0 for 1. First pitch from Feltner will be lifted to center field. Coming in and getting in position, and Jordan Anderson pulls it in for the second out. 2 outs now. Michael Sean Kane, 1 for 2 tonight. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, chases the fastball outside the zone, and he will go down.
Where's the kaboom? There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
Not this time around. MSK will miss. Side is retired. 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Feltner. 4 innings now down here in Oracle Park. We go to the 5th. Time for Journey of the Starters, brought to you tonight by Commissioner's Choice Sam Adams Wicked Hazy IPA. Jenny Ronson, well, kind of cruise control for him. 4 innings of work, 2 hits, no earned runs, nobody walked, 8 strikeouts to this point for the little unit. 65 pitches through his outing. We will go to the top of the 5th, bottom 3rd of the order, due up for the Rockies. It's Cameron Misner, Colton Welker, and Carlos Irigoyen. Misner 0 for 1 today. The 2-0 pitch. Lined into right field. That's going to get down for a hit. Good read from Jairo Pomares as he saw it was not going to be something he could get to. Plays it safe. Gets it, so Misner cannot go anywhere beyond first base. He's aboard. Nobody out. Colton Welker has already secured his 18-game hitting streak with a double back in the 2nd. First pitch comes inside. Yes, too far in, ball 1. The 1-0. Big swing and a miss right through the sinker. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch from Ronson is a sinker, missing away. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is missing low. Now 3 balls and 1 strike from Ronson. Carlos Irigoyen waiting on deck. The 3-1. Softly lifted towards left center field. Moving over, hurrying and getting there as Isaiah Thomas had a great read on it. Didn't look like Dan King had a good route. He decides to go as a backup as Thomas gets in play for the first out. Misner back to first. 1 out now. Carlos Irigoyen, your batter. He's 0 for 1 today. First pitch comes missing inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Excuse me, guys. I apologize. The 1-0. That one way outside. 2 balls and no strikes now. Johnson just throwing pitch number 75 here through 4 1/3 innings of work. The 2-0 to right field. Pretty well struck. This one's going back right near the warning track and making the play. Jairo Pomares about 3 feet in front of the warning track as the wind might have held that one up. It's 2 outs now. Back to the top of the order we go. Jordan Anderson is now the batter. 0 for 2. First pitch jammed hard and inside. He went after it. It's a quick no ball, 1 strike count. 0-1 pitch, another swing right through that one. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. After this half inning, we will check the out-of-town scoreboard. The 0-2 just gets a piece, hits that one to the foul territory into the stands. Count is no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 misses low, 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. 9 strikeouts now for Jandy Ronson. Side will be retired halfway through this game here in Oracle Park. It's 5-0 San Francisco. And with that, let's step quickly over to the out-of-town scoreboard as we look to see what's going on around the league here. Houston, 9-0 lead against the Athletics here at the Coliseum. Bottom of the 6th right now. 3 home runs for the Astros in that one. Meanwhile, it's gone to the 13th inning at Truist Park. Padres and the Braves are tied at 3. Marco Luciano hit a home run earlier for the Pods. Freddie Freeman for the Braves. It is in top of the 6th at Seattle as the Mariners lead 5-2 over the Rangers. Vladimir Guerrero has his 4th home run on the day. Guerrero has his 4th home run on the season, I meant to say. So does Eric Kelly. Pepe Clark, Jing Dignan, and Javi Baez included as well. 4 home runs for the Mariners in a 5-2 lead. Bottom of the 5th, Dodgers leading 4-2. Home runs from Rod Metzler and Corey Seager. Aaron Cross and Joey Gallo for the Diamondbacks. Finals around the league. Los Angeles defeats Kansas City 9-4. Today is Shohei Ohtani gets his 2nd second win on the year. Mike Trout got his 8th home run on the season. And sorry, Ohtani did hit his 6th home run, both as pitcher and then as hitter. That's a pretty good day for Showtime. 9-4 victory against the Royals. Phillies will defeat the world champion Nationals 5-4. I'm frustrated by the yawns, by the way, guys, because I'm fatigued a bit, but not tired. And I'm yawning constantly here right now, so I apologize. I feel like a terrible host. 5-4, Phillies over the Nationals. Harrison Bader, Alex Canario, and Jake Rogers go deep for the Phillies. Louis Garcia gets his 2nd and the loss. Chris Sale pitched pretty well, but unfortunately he will be on the downside of a 2-1 game as Daniel Procopio when the Twins will defeat the White Sox 2-1 today. Joe Germer gets his 3rd save on the season. Reds will win 12-8 against the Brewers. Franklin DaCosta gets his 2nd win in relief. Had home runs from Jim Stone, Jonathan India, and Trey Griffey on the day. 2 home runs from Darius McKenzie, but unfortunately in the losing effort. Yankees will defeat the Cardinals 6-5. First home run of the season for Ronald Acuna Jr. Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's COVID related or what have you. I am working much more now, so that's probably it. So Acuna, Royce Lewis, MJ Melendez, and Andrew Alexander with home runs. But Esteban Florial's 1 home run, and the Yankees will win 6-5. Marlins will defeat the Mets, shutting them out 4-0 today. Anthony Rizzo gets a home run, as does Po Jung Wang. Po Jung Wang, man. Let's see. The Indians will defeat the Tigers 6-5. Byron Buxton, we talked about him earlier, continues his torrid running. 2 home runs on the day, 4 on the season for him. Fortunately, the Indians will be on the wrong end of a 6-5 game. The Cubs have ended the Pirates' undefeated streak. The Cubs will win 7-6. Ken Herbeck Jr., Jackie Roberts, Danny Smith Jr., and Daniel Cabrera all contributing towards that to help the Pirates get their first loss on the season. Red Sox will defeat the Rays 5-4. Matt Thompson gets his second win on the season in as many starts in his career. He had help from Mookie Betts, who got his 4th home run on the season. Finally, the Orioles will defeat the Jays 8-3. The suspense, Nick Spence gets his 3rd on the year. Jeff Newkirk gets his 2nd on the season. Back here, bottom of the 5th, Ryan Feltner replaced Antonio Senzatella earlier. Inning and a 3rd in so far. He looks like he's still going to go here. Again, Mike hasn't told me otherwise. So, Feltner still in. Bichette, Pomaris, and Tennessee due up. Bichette is 1 for 2 with an RBI. A 2-2 pitch. Grounded hard to short, having to hurry, getting it, but not going to make a play is Irigoyen, as he knows Bichette is fast. He will let him have the base without risking it for more. Bichette's aboard, 6th hit on the day for the Giants. Leadoff runner aboard. Pomaris is now your batter, 0 for 1. He had a walk earlier. First pitch is going to catch the outside corner. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Big swing right through the fastball. No balls and 2 strikes. Let me step away. I think I hit a wrong button there. Okay. The 0-2. Look out. That one comes inside, and it got him. He's going to lose Pomaris on the 0-2 pitch. Bichette will get to second on the play. No one out, still 2 on, and Shamar, Tennessee will be the batter. I like how Cito has chosen, when he loses in a heist, he has chosen a caught looking as his death. First pitch to Tennessee, checks the swing, and that's going to be ball 1. Checks the swing again. This time they say no. He holds up. 2 balls and no strikes. Two 0 delivery in there. Strike 1. The 2-1. That one's going to get away from Horner. That one was totally fooled by him. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count, but the slider got away. It's being called a pass ball to Jim Horner on the play. Runners get to second and third now with nobody out. Gunnar Meyer, starting to warm up in the bullpen for the Rockies. The 3-1. Swings at the pitch. Might have been ball 4, but it's going to be a full count pitch now to Shamar, Tennessee. The 3-2 pitch to short. Gets by for a hit as it gets past the Irigoyen's glove. 1 run will score. Going to third is Pomara. Shamar, Tennessee has 3 RBI on the season, and they're all today. It's 6-0. Runners at the corners. Nobody out. Joey Bart is your batter, 0 for 1. First pitch misses up and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Well, doesn't look up and away to me. The 1-0. Line down the third base side, but it is foul. The 1-1 to right field. This one is hooking and just called foul. Didn't miss by much. Wen might have tried to be making that one more interesting, but it gets down into foul territory, and it'll be a 1 ball, 2 strike count to Joey Bart. The 1-2. Misses outside. Horner framed it a little longer. Didn't get the call. It's a 2-2 count. The 2-2 to short. Irigoyen to second for 1, but that's all they're going to be able to get. Pomares will scores an RBI ground out for Joey Bart. Giants have kicked the touchdown. 49ers leave the Broncos 7-0. It is Bart's 7th RBI on the season now. Second run charge to Feltner here today. That's going to be it for Ryan Feltner. They're going to bring in Gunnar Meyer. Meyer, the third pitcher on the day here. We're just 4 1/3 innings in so far. Meyer, the 25-year-old from Concord, California. 6th appearance on the year. 6 1/3 innings of work. 5 hits, 5 earned runs. He's walked 3, struck out 9. Throws the upper 90s fastball and a curveball to complement it. Meyer in his 5th season in the majors. He's a former 28th round draft pick by the Blue Jays from San Joaquin Delta High School in Stockton, California. Bart's at first. Isaiah Thomas will be the first to take on Gunnar Meyer. The first pitch is going to miss outside, ball 1. The 1-0. Swings and fouls that one back and over the screen. It's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. The 1-1. Swings and hits that one, fouls. It's slapped back towards the third base side. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 pitch. Call strike 3. Got him looking on the inside.
You jackass!
Meyer gets his first strikeout on the day as he retires Isaiah Thomas. It is the second out of the bottom of the 5th. Bryson Stott is your batter. 0 for 2 today. 0 for 3 in a small sample against Gunnar Meyer. First pitch. Gonna miss up and away. 1 ball. No strikes. The 1-0. That one gets called. Strike one. Bryson Stott did a double take on that one.
What?
The 1-1. That one's in the dirt. Great block by Horner to make sure that Bart can't advance on the play. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch swings right through the fastball. 100 on the gun there. Straight smoke from Gunnar Myers missed. It's a 2-ball, 2-strike count to Bryson Stott. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He fools him with the curveball.
Fatality.
Good work from Gunnar Meyer coming in, getting 2 strikeouts to retire the side. 2 more runs will score on 2 hits. 5 innings are in the books here. Let's go right to the 6th. I'm going without a commercial here this evening, just because of the length of the first couple of innings. To the 6th we go. It's 7-0 Giants. Jandy Ronson, 81 pitches. Again, gentlemen, when you are the batter, please tell me what your intentions are for pitching the next inning if you're staying with your pitcher or what have you, including you, Mike Kilkenny, Sean Paxley, with regards to Ronson when you are next up. Walker Smith, Seiya Suzuki, Jim Horner scheduled up. Smith, 0 for 2. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3, fools them with the fastball. 10 strikeouts. Wrong button, commish. 10 strikeouts on the day for Jandy Ronson. Godzilla mode continues. Seiya Suzuki is your batter. 0 for 1. The 2-1. Rolls it towards third. Stott's gotta hurry. Hard throw to first. In time to get Seiya Suzuki. Pretty quick glove work by Stott there. 2 outs now, top of the 6th. Jim Horner, the Horn Dog, had a double and a walk. Not a walk. Forget what he had. Wasn't a sac fly. Did he get plunked too? That might be it. First pitch. It was. Hard shot to short. Aaron Nixon has it. Couldn't remember who the other guy that was plunked besides Suzuki. Ends up being a 1-2-3 easy peasy for Jandy Ronson. 5.5 in the books. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 7-0 Giants. Gunnar Meyer stays in, 9 pitches for him. He's got the top of the order. 4th time this game. Aaron Nixon's going to lead off an inning. The 2-2 pitch to Nixon. Called strike 3. Nixon goes down. Gunnar Meyer with 3 strikeouts on the day. 1 out now. Dan King is your batter. 33%. What's 33%? The 0-1. Soft liner to left center. That's going to get down. No one's got a chance on that one. Not Dan King's greatest swing in his career, but it gets the job done. He's aboard. 8th hit on the day now, 8 hits on the day for the Giants. Michael Sean Kane is your batter with 1 out. 1 for 3 today. Looks like JT Chargois starts warming up in the Rockies bullpen. First pitch to Kane. Hit to center, got under it. Moving over, Jordan Anderson makes the play in regular center field for the out. 2 outs now. Bo Bichette to the plate. 2 for 3 tonight for Bo. First pitch to him comes too far in, ball 1. The 1-0. That one comes. Oh, called strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike there. The 1-1 pitch. Lined into left. Bichette's got his 3rd hit on the night. Misner gets it in quickly. King plays it safe, stops at second. 2 on now for Jairo Pomares, who's 0 for 1. First pitch found at the knees. 1 strike to Pomares. The 0-1. Sorry for the delay. Was waiting on a response. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dan King is your runner at second. Bo Bichette is at first. We got 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. The 1-1. That'll miss away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gunnar Meyer, your 3rd pitcher of the evening for the Rockies to this point. Still no activity down in the Giants bullpen, so we expect Jandy Ronson coming out for the 7th. The 2-1. Grounded to second. With the play, Colton Welker. He'll throw to first in time to retire the side, and the Giants will leave 2 for the inning. 6 innings in the books here from San Francisco. The Giants comfortably ahead, 7-0. Top of the 7th, Jandy Ronson comes in. Brandon Fields, Keone Cavaco, Cameron Misner are the scheduled batters here in the 7th. Fields 0 for 2 tonight. The 2-1 pitch. Hard shot towards left center field. That one's going to get down. That one's going to make it to the wall. Fields takes the corner, is thinking 2. He will get in there with the leadoff double. Brandon Fields will get his first career double in the major leagues. Congratulations to the Orlando, Florida native. Just turned 25 last week. He gets the hit, 4th hit on the day for the Rockies.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Well, we greet you, Sir Newbie of House Salad. Welcome to the Fluffy Ninja Show and the home of the eMLB universe. Keone Cavaco will come to the plate, another rookie here. He's 0 for 2 today. I had a salad for dinner too before I came online. First pitch to Cavaco will miss outside, ball 1. Got activity starting to happen in the Giants bullpen. Zach Houston starting to loosen up for the Giants. One 0. Misses inside. 2 balls and no strikes now to Ronson. 2-0 delivery, goes after the pitch. It's a strike. He chased the sinker. 2 balls and 1 strike. Excuse me. 2-1 pitch. Chases the curveball, or it's the off-speed pitch. Looked like a curve. Regardless, he missed it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Just gets a piece of that one, and he hits it foul to stay alive. Cavaco, drafted 2019 out of Eastlake High School by the Brewers. He was part of the deal back in 24 that sent him from the Brewers to the Phillies, along with Tyler Dyson and Wade Beasley, in exchange for Victor Arano and the man we know as the human white flag, Chris Flexen. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3. 11 strikeouts on the day now for Jandy Ronson. Godzilla mode continues. 11 strikeouts now for Ronson through 6 1/3. 101 pitches on the day for him. Cameron Misner is your batter. Misner, 1 for 2. First pitch is going to be right down the middle. Called strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. That one misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. One delivery, goes after the changeup, and he will miss it completely. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Now to Misner. One, 2 coming from the teenager Ronson. The delivery misses up and in. Tried to fool him with a curveball. I don't know if he was planning to go high there or not, but he didn't miss by much. It's a 2-2 count coming to for Jandy Ronson here with 1 out in the 7th. The pitch. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Runners heading for first. Bart will get him there in time, as Bart had to chase after it. That's now 12 strikeouts on the day for Jandy Ronson. Godzilla mode of the finest quality tonight. 12 strikeouts now. Colton Welker, 1 for 2 today. But that's going to be it. Coach is coming out. Generally been calling the day for Ronson when he gets to 100. And here he is at 106 pitches. The day is done. The crowd is on their feet for Jandy Ronson. 37,000 plus saluting their youngster. 12 strikeouts in a gem tonight. In comes the veteran 31-year-old Zach Houston from Poplersville, Mississippi. Houston, the 5-year veteran right-hander. This season, he is making his 3rd appearance on the year, inning in 2/3 so far. 3 hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts on the day. A bunch of changes here as San Francisco's throwing the kitchen sink out here. Hayden Dunhurst is coming in for Joey Bart as catcher. Bako Kang is coming in for Jairo Pomares. Making sure I understand that's your intent. Okay? I never assume. So, Beiko Kang is coming in for Jairo Pomares. Scheduled to bat ninth from where they are in the lineup right now. All right, that is it. Zach Houston ready to go. Houston, the mid-90s fastball, curveball, changeup. He's got Welker. Never faced each other before. Brandon Fields is at second. First pitch. That will miss low and away. Ball one. The 1-0. Ball missing up. 2 balls and no strikes. Two 2-0 pitch. Grounded to third. Stott deep in the hole. Hard throw to first. In time. Got him by about a step and a half to retire Welker. Side is retired. 7th inning stretch. We will go. Time to take it away.
I was born to love you. I was born to lick your face. I was born to rub you. But you were born to rub me first.
7th inning stretch. Love It Kitty Ninja Show. Doesn't everybody do the robot once in a blue moon? So, play that funky yodeling music here in San Fran where they love it most, especially when they are leading 7-0 here, bottom of the 7th. Giants back to the plate. Shamar, Tennessee. Hayden Dunhurst. Ian Thomas is coming up. JT Chargois will be the new pitchers. Gunnar Myers' day is done. In comes Shag, as he's known, the 35-year-old from Sulphur, Louisiana. Run yodel.exe. I am a robot. Chargois so far this year. 3 innings of work, 2 earned runs, 2 hits allowed. Both were solo shots. He hasn't walked anyone and he struck out 2. Throws the mid-90s fastball, slider, and a once-in-a-blue-moon changeup that is nothing to write home about. 9th season in the majors for Chargois, former second-round draft pick from Rice University for the Twins back in 2012. He'll start with Shamar, Tennessee. Tennessee 1 for 3 in his career against Chargois. 2 for 2 with 3 RBI tonight. For good evening for Tennessee. The 1-2 pitch. Hard hit to left field, right in the direction of Misner, who's ranging over, plays it well into the wind for the first out. 1 out now. Here comes the first at-bat tonight for Hayden Dunhurst, the 25-year-old, also from Poplersville, Mississippi. Hey, 2 people coming in from there. Dunhurst so far on the year, it's not been pretty. 1 for 17, that's an 0.59 clip. At least it was a home run. 2 runs batted in for Dunhurst. Dunhurst in his 3rd season, all in a backup role to Joey Bard. 3-2 pitch. Softly lined into left. There's the second hit on the season for Dunhurst. As he goes against the pitch, goes with it the other way, hits it high in the zone, deposits it in front of Cameron Misner for the hit. 1 out hit. Isaiah Thomas will be the batter now. Thomas is 1 for 2 with 2 RBI today. First pitch goes right after it, hits it high, back off the net behind him for a no ball, a 1-strike count. The 0-1. It misses just outside. Hard to see with that sidearm action from Chagua. The 1-1. Swings and fouls that straight back. Might have caught the umpire a little bit as he just shakes his head a little bit. Maybe it'll shake some sense into him on these calls in and out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Swings and slaps that one foul. He'll stay alive with the 1-2 count. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fooled by the slider. JT Chagua with his first strikeout tonight. 2 outs now, bottom of the 7th. Bryson Stott, the batter. He's 0 for 3 tonight. 1 for 6 lifetime against JT Chagua. First pitch line shot to second, but Welker ranges to his right and he reads it well for the nice play. Bryson Stott will continue to look for his first hit on the year. He won't get it there. We go to the 8th inning. Giants well in hand. It's 7-0. Top of the 8th we go. Carlos Irigoyen, Jordan Anderson, Walker Smith scheduled up against Zach Houston. Irigoyen will start us off. He's 0 for 2 tonight with an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. He got him. You missed the stretch, Buffalo. Yes, you did. Even more so. You missed the yodeling. 1 out here, top of the 8th. Jordan Anderson will be your batter tonight. He's 0 for 3. Three-one pitch. Called ball 4. That one looked close. Probably a strike, but it wasn't called one. Yeah, I think that should have been a strike. You didn't miss on the SF bet. Walker Smith comes to the dish. Smith tonight is 0 for 3. Looks like Carlos Zuniaga starting to warm up for the Rockies. First pitch, curveball, missing low, ball 1. The 1-0. Runners going, swung on and missed the play. Dunhurst juggled it. He actually could not get the grip on it, and Jordan Anderson's going to get to second unmolested. It's a steal. That'll be the 3rd steal on the year for Jordan Anderson as he gets into scoring position with 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 pitch. Swing fouls that one back. It's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. The 1-2 pitch from Houston grounded to second. Deep in the hole, Bichette throws the first in time. Great play to his right. Anderson will get the 3rd on the play. That is 2 outs now. 2 outs, Seiya Suzuki, the batter, 0 for 2 tonight. Never faced Zach Houston before. First pitch. That one catches the inner half. Strike one. Looks like R.J. Frere starting to loosen up in the bullpen for the Giants. 0-1. Misses. No, called strike two. That looked low, but it was called strike two.
Say what?
The perks of having a good catcher. The 0-2 pitch. Misses low. Didn't get the call that time. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Misses low again. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Seiya Suzuki. The 2-2 pitch. Misses ball 3. Where did that one miss? Ugh. Wow. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third here in the top of the 8th. The 3-2. Lined into left. Fair ball. That's going to be a base hit. Anderson is going to score. Seiya Suzuki will turn for second. He's going to get in there with the stand-up double. RBI for Suzuki, number 5 on the year. He gets the Rockies on the board, 7-1. That was Suzuki's 3rd double on the season. 7-1. Jim Horner will now be the batter. Horner, 1 for 2. First pitch, they'll check the swing, but they'll say he went. Strike 1. The 0-1 pitch is going to miss low. Slight block there by Dunhurst to get it from letting Suzuki get by. 1-1 delivery. Swings, fouls that one off towards the left side. Out of play. Harmless bouncer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Put Gretzky in. The 2-2 pitch. Oh, misses low and inside. That one was close, but it's a 3 ball, 2 strike count. Yeah, wrong sport. Line change. I know what he meant. But he's in the minors. Take it, Denbrew. The 3-2 pitch. Misses low, ball 4. Houston will lose Horner. Gets runners at first and second now with 2 outs. Gotta put Brandon Fields to the plate. Fields had a double in his last at bat. That's going to be it for Zach Houston, though. R.J. Frere going to get the call here. Frere, the righty, 28-year-old Canadian from Burlington, Ontario. 4 1/3 innings of work. 4 saves to his credit. Just 1 hit. 2 walks have been issued. He struck out 5 through that time. He throws the 90, low to mid-90s fastball. Excellent curveball in the changeup. Frere will take on Brandon Fields. The first pitch, big swing as he was going after that. Ramped it up there, but misses. Strike 1, no balls and 1 strike. The 0-1. Swing fouls that one back. It's no balls and 2 strikes here to Brandon Fields. If you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th, it's top of the order for the Giants. Aaron Nixon leading off. The 0-2. Just gets a piece. Might have been fooled big time by the curveball, but he got enough hand-eye on it to foul it off and stay alive. It's no balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Misses just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Another one fouled off and out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, I'll jump on the boss battle. The 1-2. Just misses low. Couldn't get in to chase the curve. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. We've got 2 on, 2 outs here. Top of the 8th. 1 in for the Rockies as they are trying to get back into this one. The 2-2 to center field. King not moving too much. Has it sized up. He will make the catch. And that will retire the side. Rockies get 1 in on the Seiya Suzuki double, but they will leave 2 on side. Now retire. Bottom of the 8th we go. 7-1 Giants. Bottom of the 8th we go. Top of the order, Aaron Nixon, Dan King, Michael Sean Kane are due up. Nixon tonight is 1 for 4. Starts with a 1-0 count from Chagua. Hard shot to first. Good play on the bouncer from Fields. He'll go step on the bag, beating Nixon there for the out. 1 out now. Dan King will be your batter. He is 1 for 3 today. The 0-1 pitch. Lined into right field. That's a hit. Hard shot down into right. Turned on that one wonderfully. King gets aboard. 11 hits now on the day for the Giants. Michael Sean Kane is 1 for 4 today. First pitch grounded to short, to second for 1, but that is all they will get as Welker's not able to get the relay throw off. Kane will get to first by way of fielder's choice, but 2 outs now, bottom of the 8th. That'll put Bo Bichette to the plate. He's had a day, 3 for 4 with an RBI. First pitch misses just outside, ball 1. The 1-0. No, it's taken outside. Couldn't tell again, but it's 2 balls and no strikes. Delivery lined into center field, moving over but not able to get there in time is Anderson. Kane will stop at second. Base hit for Bo Bichette, who's had a night. That is going to give us our first national broadcast view of Baek Ho Kang. The 26-year-old from Seoul, South Korea, came over from the KBO this past season. Kang, who hit .353 with 29 homers and 117 RBI in the Korean Baseball Organization. So far, 143 average. That's 5 for 35 here in the majors, with 2 runs batted in for the 26-year-old. First pitch, he swings and fouls that one off. That will find the seats. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, just saw your cash there, Eddie. The 0-1. Misses outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. All good. I caught it. The 1-1. In the dirt. That one blocked by Horner, who stayed right in front of it. No one will advance. Great work there from Horner. Runners will stay. It's a 2-ball, 1 strike count. If you're looking ahead to the 9th, you've got Keone Cavaco starting off for the Rockies. The 2-1. Called strike? Yes, it was. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Michael Sean Kane is at second. Bo Bichette is at first. The 2-2. Rolled over to first. There is Brandon Fields. He'll run the first 2, step on the bag, retiring Kang and retiring the Giants here, bottom of the 8th. To the 9th we go. Rockies have a lot of work to do here as the Giants lead by 6. What is wrong with RJ Frere's face? It looks like someone forced him to smile after shooting his favorite cat. I'm so confused. Keone Cavaco will start us off here tonight. He's over 3. The RJ Frere still in. It's an 0-2 pitch. Hard shot to left center field. This one's going to get down. It'll find its way to the wall. Cavaco thinking 2. He's going to get in there with a leadoff double. Cavaco's 4th double on the season and of his career. Gets him at second with nobody out. Cameron Misner is your batter. Misner tonight, 1 for 3. First pitch. Misses away, ball 1. The 1-0. Swings, fouls that one to the backstop. It's 1 ball, 1 strike count. The 1-1 pitch from Frere. Ooh, we got in at the knees. Don't think Misner liked the call much. Looked fair from our end. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Swings and fouls that one off. It was a tapper down the third base side. 1-2 count remains. The 1-2 pitch. Pops it up. The left field side. Wind has this one. Chasing after it, but not able to get there is Isaiah Thomas. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Misner. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the off-speed pitch. Big strikeout for R.J. Frere. It's his first on the day. And we've got 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Okay, quick question. Bullpen being asked for to view. You can see Adams, Anderson, Harasta, Zhell, Mills, and Townsend. Alrighty. Very good. 1 out now. Colton Welker will be the batter. Welker today 1 for 3. Already secured his 18-game hitting streak. First pitch from Frere is thrown on the inside corner. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Reminder for our GMs, $350,000 in team cash goes to the winning side. $150,000 cash goes to the team who participates. The 0-1. Fine. No, it misses the mark. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch is missing low. 2 balls and 1 strike now. 2-1 delivery from Frere. Grounds it to short. Aaron Nixon has it. He's going to throw to first in time to get the Rockies down to their final out. Cavaco takes third, though, on the play. 2 outs now. Warming up in the bullpen is Justin Anderson. Carlos Irigoyen trying to get his first hit on the evening. He's 0 for 3. Oh, strike that. We're going to have a pinch hitter. And it will be none other than Ryan McMahon. McMahon, the lefty, in for Irigoyen. The 31-year-old from Yorba Linda, California. 2 for 5 so far this season. Last season, bit of a disappointment for the longtime slugger. Just 10 home runs. He had 29 back in 2023, along with a .322 average. First pitch from Frere is going to be a curveball, missing just low, ball 1. McMahon is 2 for 5 in his career against R.J. Frere. The 1-0. In there at the knees, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and McMahon is down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, that's a winner. As soon as you go big, it's an L, huh? The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. R.J. Frere gets him, and the side is retired. The game is over. Congratulations to Sean Paxler and his San Francisco Giants as they will win this one. Comfortable 7-1. Appreciate Mike Tomeo joining us in the Torquay Bacon. We'll get $150,000 for being a part of tonight's game as we go and look at this one. Well, it's a law of averages. If you don't have a pitcher who can bring it on a night when you got Jandy Ronson, more often than not, you're automatically behind the 8 ball. no different this evening. Jandy Ronson now goes 3-0. Antonio Senzatella pitches almost 50 pitches in the first inning, allowing 4 runs. That was all that the Rockies needed. This one was pretty much academic from the start. As we look at the box scores, 6 different Rockies hitters each have an individual hit. Seiya Suzuki gets the RBI double in the 8th inning, scoring Jordan Anderson. But that is pretty much all the offense that the team could muster. They struck out 15 times and walked just twice. Tough night overall. For the Giants, 12 hits on the day. Multi-hit guys is Dan King, 2 for 4 tonight. Bo Bichette went 4 for 5 with 2 runs scored. Shamar Tennessee was 2 for 3. He had 3 RBI. Isaiah Thomas had a 3rd inning double that had an RBI. He had an additional RBI later. And Howard Pomares, despite being 0 for 2, did score twice. Let's see, Dan King, a couple stolen bases, 1 error by Colton Welker, and 1 double play for each side. Jandy Ronson, 3-0, 6 2/3, 4 hits, no earned runs. He didn't walk anybody. He struck out 12. I think we know who the player of the game is automatically. Got to assume it's Ronson with the 12 strikeouts. Zach Houston came in, inning of work, gave up an earned run, and walked 2. RJ Freire goes an inning at 3rd to finish this one off. Antonio Senzatella ended up going 2 2/3, but he is pretty much done after 1. 5 hits, 5 earned runs. He walked 4, struck out 2. Ryan Feltner came in afterwards, giving up 2 earned runs over an inning and 2/3. Gunnar Mayer, JT Chargois got their jobs done. They did give up hits, but they didn't get in, allow anybody to score as they finished the game off. Jandy Ronson is your player of the game. No surprise there. Let me see, where are we? All right, let's look at the scores for the day. It's going to be a quick exit for me. I am quite exhausted, to be honest with you. Orioles will defeat the Jays 8-3. Jim Silla earns the victory. Nick Spence, Jeff Newkirk going deep on the day. Red Sox, Matthew Thompson, 2nd win in as many starts for him in his rookie career. Red Sox win 5-4 against the Rays. Yanson Guerrero takes the loss there. The Indians win despite Byron Buxton's 2 home runs for the Tigers. 6-5 victory. Nick Sandlin gets his first win on the year. Yankees allow 4 home runs, but still win this one 6-5 against the Cardinals in their game at Yankee Stadium. Shohei Ohtani wins and homers in the same game. Mike Trout gets his 8th home run on the year. Angels defeat the Royals 9-4. Twins will win 2-1, upsetting Chris Sale's attempt to go 2-0 on the year with the White Sox. He pitched pretty well, but unfortunately has to take the hard luck loss in that one. Astros defeating the Athletics 13-4. Forrest Whitley will earn win number 1 on the year. 5 home runs on the day for Houston, including Grayson Rowan's 2nd home run on the season. The Mariners will beat the Rangers 7-5. Lots of home runs on the day. You had Eric Kelly, Pedro Serrano, Pepe Clark, Jim Dignan, Javi Baez, and JT Realmuto. Lots of home runs. 6 home runs on the day. They will win 7-5. Alejandro Rosario, win number 1 on the season for him. The Cubs defeat the Pirates. Pirates get their first official loss on the season. It took 4 home runs from the Cubs to help make it possible. Ken Herbeck Jr., Jackie Roberts, Danny Smith Jr., and Daniel Cabrera with homers. Marlins beat the Mets by shutting them out 4-0. Denny Reyes. Oh my God. Denny Reyes is your player of the game. Anthony Rizzo and Po Jung Wang with home runs for the Marlins. Reds will defeat the Brewers 12-8. Jonathan India, Jim Stone, Trey Griffey with home runs as they endure the 2 homers from Darius McKenzie, as well as contributing homers from Nolan Arenado and Christian Yelich. Padres will win in 14 by a 4-3 score. Marco Luciano gets the victory, gets the home run in that one. I can feel the throat getting ready to go, too. Phillies will defeat the Nationals 5-4. Harrison Bader, Alex Canario, and Jake Rogers with home runs for the Phils in the victory. 2 home runs from Joey Gallo, 2 home runs from Aaron Cross, and that is the difference in this game, as the Diamondbacks will win 5-4 against the Dodgers. And then the game you just saw, 7-1 victory for Jandy Ronson and the Giants. They improved to 9-3 on the season. The Rockies have now lost 4 straight. All right, a quick advance. Just waiting for this to finish. The next 2 days will be done offline, though, so I can do them super quick. Here's the injury log. Matt Manning having another setback in recovery. I've seen that happen to him once. It happens again. He's going to miss another 2 weeks as he's got a nagging issue with the forearm. So now he's not expected back until the start of April at this point. Did we have any signings? No, we did not. So that is it for now. So I will do the remaining 2 days offline because, man, I am fatigué. And that means we will come back for our next game, which will be on Sunday. Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern, coffee with the commish in the morning. We hope to see you at that time. For now, oh my goodness, I've been struggling. Where am I going to send you guys? But I think in the end, I think I'm just gonna send you, dear Lord. I'm so indecisive right now, but you know what? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You know what? I'm gonna go over to DA this evening. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let me get us set up for that. We're going to go raid DA 186 this evening. So join me in going over there. If you're looking for drops, you'll continue to get them there. Back to litter box I go. Fluffy Kitty Ninjas do assassinate, and you're looking at their victim. So next time I can find some glue and tape, I'll put my head back on straight, and we'll be back in front of you here starting on Sunday morning coffee with the commish. We've got 7 days to sim. We got 1 game to watch. Game is to be decided. We may actually have one in place, but I can't think of it right offhand. So I've got 2 days of hockey as hockey season starts for the goalie tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, 2 states away. Won't be back until midnight, and then 2 more games on the following Saturday. Yep. That's how it is. Thanks again, guys. How you think directs your life. When you think your best, you're going to be your best. So please go do your best. And please come join me in saying hello to DA 186. We'll see you soon. Peace.
You jackass!